Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about the opportunity cost of holding on to things in life that are crap. Okay? Every single one of us has done this. Every single one of us has made definitive efforts to keep things in our lives that either aren't good for us, that don't serve us, be it a crappy job, be it a crappy relationship, be it a crappy anything. We all fall into this trap from some period of time. We have our reasons, we have our train of thought, and we have reasons why we think that we need to work hard to keep something in our lives that doesn't really serve us, to the max extent possible. And it can be hard at times to figure out what do you really need to fight for and what you should be letting go. But I just want to submit something to you today for your consideration and your thoughts, is that I want you to keep in the back of your mind that there is always an opportunity cost for keeping crappy things in your life. And you have to think on the terms of what am I missing out on by allowing this thing to sap my mental, emotional energies out of my body every single day that I'm having to work to keep this crappy person in my life, or keep this crappy client in my business portfolio here, or keep this crappy job that I hate going to every day. What are you sacrificing by doing those things? The reason why this came about, and I started to think about this, I was having a good talk with a friend of mine the other day, and she's a small business owner, and she has a bank of clients she works with. And there's one client in particular that she's brought up several times to me, and this is like the one client, it seems like, out of the pool of folks that she works with, just always giving her problems and always just making issues and causing stress, and is the hardest to work with and all this kind of stuff. And there's been this tug of war, as she described it seems like a little bit, where this is her biggest client, and there's obviously vested reasons why a person would want to hang on and try to preserve this sort of situation in their business in this case here, because yes, it is a big part of the business right now, and that there's obvious reasons to want to keep that around. But I just started thinking in my mind about the way that I would look at that situation is that you could put, let's say, 50% of your total efforts, or let's say even more, let's say 60 to 70% of your total efforts in your given day-to-day workspace of just keeping this one client happy, trying to keep them on board, trying to just to keep them because they're a large portion of your business. There's an opportunity cost there, and there is a lot of energy, like I said, that goes into that. But I was just thinking, like I said, in my mind, I'm on the terms of yes, this is a lot of business, but let's just say I kick them out the door tomorrow. And yeah, sure, this is more than half my income that is going to go away in the snap of a finger when I choose to cut them off as a client. But in my mind, if you could take that 60 to 70% effort that you were otherwise spending on this drag of a client, let's say that you could go out and get 5 or 10 more clients that would overshadow immensely the total amount of business that was coming in from this one client that was giving you all this grief and giving you all this hassle. At the end of it all, you would be in a much better off situation. You would be less stressed. You would maybe have more money in your pocket and all this kind of stuff. And this is just one small example. This is just using my friend's little business example, but it just got me to think more deeply about the other realms of our lives that are maybe even more important, about, like I said, the interpersonal relationships you keep, just every element of your life that you choose to keep in your realm, in your circle, that could be construed as crap when you really stop and think about it. I want you to think on the terms of what are you saying no to in your life of what could be, because you're saying yes to this crap, because you're saying yes to keeping this other thing, because you're saying yes to continuing to pitch efforts towards this thing that doesn't serve you or that isn't good for you, or any number of things. And just imagine the possibilities, guys. Imagine what could be if you got rid of this quote-unquote crap in your life, whatever it is. So this is just food for thought. I just want you to think about your own lives today. Is there something in your life right now that you've been hanging on to, you've been putting way too much effort into keeping, that's not serving you, that is, for all other intensive purposes, for lack of a better word, it's just crap? Think about that thing, whatever it is, and I just want you to imagine if you could snap your fingers tomorrow and that thing was absent for your life, what would that free you up to do? What could you turn around and then instead focus your efforts on? What could you go out there and execute and achieve or attain if you shifted that focus off of the garbage and off the crap and shifted it back out into the world of abundance of all these other things you could go after and could have. What could you have? What are you saying no to, like I said, because you're saying yes to this other crappy thing? I just want you to think about that for a second. And if you have some things in your life that you could determine are just that, are crap, I want you to think about an exit strategy. Think about how you can get out of that situation. Think about how you can lay that one to rest, how you can put that one aside, and how you can move on from that. And like I said, fantasize about the possibilities, okay? Because it's all you can have anything you want out there. The world is wildly abundant. I'm always talking about this stuff. Don't settle for crap, guys. There's an opportunity cost. It's not always easy to see or think about that or think on these terms, but it's always there. There's always an opportunity cost to every single thing we do in life. And this is one of those important times where this is very important to consider. It's very important for you to take stock of what you've got going on in your life, who you've got in your life, what situations you've got in your life, and you just need to do some critical thinking. You need to analyze it, and you need to maybe move on from those crappy things in your life, whatever they are, okay? All right, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'll talk to you all soon.